Well, hello there, internet friends. It's Too Old for Gaming, and today I am playing Warno. We are doing a 10 versus 10. If you look at our top right-hand corner, you can see the zones we need to capture. We're going to be going for Gulf. We are playing as the 82nd Airborne. Initially here, I'm bringing in a bunch of infantry and Blackhawks along with their leader to help capture the sector on the ground. We've also got some reconnaissance units and a Humvee with a tow. There's a Kiowa warrior here to make observations as well. Way in the back here, I've got a 105 set up and ready to go, and you can see we have radio coverage over the majority of the sector already. Enemy forces starting to be seen on the main road and along the left-hand side here. We've got our anti-aircraft pushed up front. So that's a bit dangerous. We need to get these guys out of the car. Our Kiowa is spotting these trucks coming in and firing at them, but unable to land a hit there. The reconnaissance vehicle here, the EAC-90, does take out one of those trucks. Our tow missile nails a BMD-2 and destroys it. And the enemy just seems to be sort of running into our ambush here that we've already set up. Enemy tanks appearing on our left flank, T-55s with not a whole lot of range in terms of their main gun. And the enemy's got Concourse missiles set up, but it looks like... Not sure what he's shooting at here. Oh.
On the mark.
So Spetsnaz up here on our right flank, firing at some sappers in the woods over here. They do have a medium machine gun here, so they might be able to...
Be careful.
Looks like they're actually doing a pretty good job of taking them down. So our recon vehicle's firing at the tanks rushing in here, and same with the guided missiles. We've got some French infantry here firing their unguided rockets along with their airborne scouts and their AT-4s. So this guy is just driving right into death's door as the entire assault is destroyed within about 10 seconds. Incoming enemy mortar fire on our position now. Does a little bit of damage to our units, but so far not knocking anybody out. I have called in F-111 with cluster bombs to try and take out some of these units back here. More and more of these mortars heading in. I did bring in some little birds on our left flank here. Unfortunately, his AA missiles are in close enough to start taking out my aircraft.
Beware, commies nearby.
So the F-111, I don't believe he got his clusters off, and he might die. He does. So I did start battery fire with that 105 on the positions where these mobile mortars were. Not sure if we're going to hit any. At least get him to stop firing and move his position. The Spetsnaz team did manage to escape from our fire, and in this game, they can repair their units and restore them to full health. I don't really like that aspect of this game. But it is what it is. So we're locked in here while we wait for reinforcements on both sides to come in. Let's check out the rest of the battlefield. We've got a good defense in the flank here to take out some infantry walking in the open. A T-80 firing on the position here, and I don't know if he was just, he just went in the woods. Let's see what's going on down here. It looks like they've captured this sector and basically pushed us out. And it looks like we, instead of focusing on the close sector, we were trying to go for this far one and got bottled up. So They are winning right now at the command zones. I did change my artillery fire over to a new location here.
Enemy at 3 o'clock.
I need to resupply these OH-58Ds with more Hydra missiles, but we were spotting an enemy over here in this mountainous region, and I was going to try and help the team to discover them. Looks like the mortars are back in, and you can see I've redirected fire on that position. Sappery, I believe, are firing at the helicopter right now, so it looks like we took a casualty. I'm trying to move them away as they take a second casualty, so we managed to survive and help the team spot, but we're going to need some repairs on that vehicle.
À toutes les sections, ennemi repéré.
We've got a MI2 on our left flank over here. I'm not sure. He's just doing some reconnaissance work. I'm wondering if he's going to try and move infantry through the woods here.
Enemy at 3 o'clock high.
The whole forest is on fire from all the mortar fire that came in. Spetsnaz taking on sappers. And the Spetsnaz teams have 2 PKM, so I bet they would win. We've only got a single machine gun on this side. But we've got this Milan vehicle moving forward, which is, it's got RPOs, which I think it'd still light them on fire. So we could definitely use a resupply vehicle over here to help these squads that took quite a bit of damage. You can see this guy's down to basically 1 man. Same with that one.
Fly zone is hot.
So in attempts to help them out, I had these Blackhawks landed back here with our air mobile rifle teams, and I was going to try and bring them in to use their 240s to shoot at this infantry. We do lose an aircraft, though, to ground fire from this BTR-ZD, who's trying to move in and spot the rest of our stuff. I did bring in a Little Bird, too. These things are relatively cheap in the game, and they have some Hydra rockets and miniguns. Unfortunately, still having trouble spotting these guys in the hills, but we are pushing the line forward. For tanks, I have the M551 TTS Sheridans, who have these 152 millimeter tank guns and the Shillelagh missiles. So we have 10 of those on board. Looks like I'm still not hitting the mortars back here. And the Little Bird gets shot down. I'm assuming by ground fire. I didn't see a missile come up, so enemy's got lots of anti-aircraft defenses back here. Looks like he's, you know, shelling our position, but the mortars aren't really taking out units. They've damaged some, but again, you can bring in a ton of... It's not like you get 4 or 6 supply trucks like in Steel Division. You can bring in 20 to 30 in this or more. So you can keep guys continuing throughout the match. Air Mobile's team gets wiped out up here. We got fire support requests coming in. So I have 2 105s now. We're going to bring that in, and here comes some cluster bombs. Looks like it landed just behind the enemy position, although he could have had more squads. This is a significant investment here, especially if he brought them in more expensive vehicles, which we haven't seen. So I'm going to bring together a light armored group with reconnaissance over here so we can see if we can push them out of our sector. 23 minutes until the enemy wins. So we've got M1047 LAVs. I'm moving in.
My engine is on fire.
These have a Bushmaster and 2 machine guns on them. I did bring in Blackhawks again because I just kind of figured I wasn't going to use them for much else. I'd get blown up over here trying to advance my infantry any further with helicopters. So I was trying to use them for ground fire. You can tell by the ammunition here that they were shooting at the enemy, so who knows, maybe it did something. My artillery landing much closer now. Looks like we destroyed a recon team. And another plane goes down. We got mortar fire coming in on the small group of units over here with their anti-aircraft battery. So I'm guessing he must have a reason. I've moved up my airborne scouts here. They've got a Humvee with a 50 cal on it.
Successful hit.
Our tank and recon vehicle did spot a AA unit out here, which we took out. I'm going to move the recon forward. And our other tanks are moving up behind it.
Mounted up.
We have spotted that Spetsnaz recon unit that was retreating earlier. And we should make quick work of them. So we do. We'll keep trying to push things along the side here. Here comes the Sheridans.
Yes, sir.
We did bring in one more recon unit, and this is a different one. The M551 ACAV, which the gun barrel says Apocalypse Now, which is kind of cool. So we've got a platoon out here, but they're getting absolutely hammered. One of our tanks did get knocked out, I believe, by this T-80 here. We still have our LAV hiding. And we're going to move up this armored group so we can take these guys out. I did redirect my 105s on the T-80's position. We did damage them a little bit. 25 mils. Trying to hit him from the side here. And he gets scared off, smokes his way out. I think the other vehicle might have got blown up right there. Just missed. So the BRDM-2 concourse vehicles do get pushed away as well. Obviously want to try and keep these guys as far away as possible to use that extended missile range. Because any sort of tank unit with a gun is going to easily take them out quickly. Probably even before a missile would be able to hit the tank. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the first self-guided AT ground fire missile was the Javelin? I might be wrong, but I know the Javelin will lock on and maintain its target until it's blown up without user guidance. So I've firing at targets of opportunity right now that we scared these guys off. We're getting really close to some mortars up here. But he's sending in infantry units. So these actually are 85mm AT guns, which unfortunately for them are left to just be absolutely murdered. Concourse is trying to fire at my ACAV, so I had to pop smoke. You only get one smoke discharger. We've got more missiles heading our way.
Good job, gunner.
And our Shillelagh takes out that unit. So I believe we're pretty free to keep advancing and possibly take out this enemy's artillery, and then we can spot it way back there. But the Concours are on our left flank still. It looks like they take out another Sheridan. Our recon tank takes out one. Oh, even after he's dead, it guides on target, so we lose a Sheridan. So we're down to 2 vehicles, and we've got a Ka-50, which is a very expensive anti-tank helicopter. Getting good ground fire on him. But unfortunately, we get knocked out. Not sure if this LAV will take him down. No, he doesn't. I called in an F-15 Eagle as soon as I saw it, but unfortunately too late. I hope he stays alive. I doubt it, though, because we had all that AA over here. F-15 is definitely my favorite fighter plane. Significant amount of units trying to press the hill here.
Popov, droit devant. Mettez-vous en formation.
Someone needed Guardian Angel?
So my little bird's in range to take out this guy here. Let's see if we can blow him up. He's down to 1 bar of health. But I believe we ran out of missiles.
Sky is ours. Enemy at 3 o'clock high.
We do have Apaches in range though, and they take out that unit. You can see the enemy's mortars just moving around in the back. Down to 15 minutes here in the match. Again, they've got another sector on us, so we've got to capture this one. So we got a scout helicopter heading towards the front line here. And unfortunately, an Igla's there. It takes him down. Seeing the BDM-2 as a target of opportunity, I've started hitting him with 105 fire. And he's taken slight damage, but is not knocked out yet. The key was back in action after getting repaired. See if we can spot any more units. As you can tell from here, we can see very far. And pretty soon here, we'll be launching a ground assault to take the rest of this. So I'm moving my Stingers forward, learning my lesson after that last situation. So we can take out these helicopters. We got the Mi-2 US here. It's got 4 PKTs on it. Our little bird's taking fire.
Ready to go.
So we're retreating him away. I don't know if you guys saw the AA missile. Our scouts are almost into the forest. Unimodel's really good in this game. And just silky smooth in terms of scaling, too. So we can see, I'm curious to see, if they say we can see like, what is it, like 300 meters into the woods? I highly doubt that in real life, having gone to Maple Grove yesterday. It's not really going to see beyond 100 yards. That's one thing about this game that I personally don't like. You can drive tanks through heavy woods and you can see way too far. So we've got some other 105s here, keeping the Soviets from assaulting our flank. I did leave some Arrow rifles back here in case they made a breakthrough.
Platoon formed and ready.
Got a full 10-man squad here, moving to the front line with 4 AT-4s. The BMD-2 did get knocked off. T-80 up next to the scouts takes an AT-4 rocket, which does slight damage. Takes 2. The ability to fire within 2 seconds of launching one is a little bit suspect in this game too, but it's just a game. So we did encounter a lot of the enemy team's units. The T-80 takes 4 AT-4s and is not destroyed.
What are your orders, sir?
So we have to retreat these. We're down to 1 man on this recon team. I have moved my Sheridan forward. We're getting close to being within tank gun range here. And we've spotted the enemy commander who's causing us to lose part of the sector. So if we can take this vehicle out, we should be able to cap the sector back. Knowing the enemy has a lot of equipment back here, I have redirected my 105s onto that position to see if we can take them out. I'll have to take a look at the end of the game if the 105s are strong enough to wipe these units. I've got more Sheridans moving forward.
He's ahead. Ready to engage.
Another one bites the dust.
So it looks like we ended up taking out one of those Iglas, and the T-64 gets nailed by the Dragon team back here. Another shot, and he is out of action, which will give us the total control of the sector unless he's got 2 commanding units in here. We do, so let's see if that goes away.
Enemy at 3 o'clock.
No, he's got another leader unit in here somewhere.
Need some extra eyes, sir.
So as you can see, I'm bringing more infantry up since we've got a lot of woods here. Enemy's been, a lot of his stuff's been pushed off. That T-80 is going back for repair, way behind the front line
Enemy
here.
at 3 o'clock high.
BMP-1 fires at the Sheridan.
sir.
I'm not sure who's going to hit it first. And so we rout him, and he misses with that. Must be just out of tank gun range, yeah.
Enemy at 3 o'clock high.
So we have very good support from the other player here, helping us clear out the zone. And as you can see now, we've captured the zone. So I didn't see the other commanding unit go down. There must have been someone in here that was a commander, maybe infantry, and got knocked off, or he just pulled it
Enemy
back.
at 3 o'clock high.
Enemy never made a breakthrough on our right flank. We still have friendly artillery heading over there, and we've got more infantry heading towards that zone. Motostrelki fighting our airborne team here. We're starting to get hit by artillery, so we're going to probably lose that team.
Everybody, check
We're
your
pulling back. We lose our scouts team before we're able to resupply them.
Decided at 12 o'clock.
But another vehicle going down over here. I'm not sure who shot him. Who is this guy?
Enemy
Did
at
set
3
up a
o'clock
tow team
high.
back here.
Everybody, check your ammo.
Looks like it was the Sheridan. Just down one missile. I brought in A-10s. Try and take out some of these units. As we would wipe this out. He takes fire though.
Waiting for action.
Our F-15 did make it out.
Pulling out.
Unfortunately, enemy's
Enemy at
AA
3
unit
o'clock high.
was able to spot us way back here and knock out our A-10. Less than 5 minutes here on the match.
I'm hit.
So we've done our job in our sector. Unfortunately, we're losing the middle sector here. We haven't managed to advance anywhere on our right flank either, so doesn't look like we'll win. We'll do our best to try and capture this sector, as we seem to be doing a pretty good job of killing off the Soviets here.
Enemy at 3 o'clock
Supply
high.
trucks finally here. Aero rifles teams able to rout that Motostrelki. So he's bringing up another supply truck to try and fix him. So you can see all the airborne units moving forward here. T-80
If the enemy is in range,
getting hit by law rockets. He gets routed, but it's barely doing
Out of
damage.
ammo.
I need a student of war to tell me if they could stop these heat anti-tank rockets or not.
Bon, droit devant. Mettez-vous en formation.
T-80 still retreating. Mi-8 is pushed back. Our Stingers end up taking him down. And that must have been the vehicle who was in our zone that retreated. So our other damaged airborne squad over here getting repaired now by the supply truck. We've got a platoon of airborne up here.
Enemy at 3 o'clock high.
Another rifles team is out of law rockets. Rifles team might be able to take out. No, they didn't. So weren't able to hit them in the car. We're too far out away, but they're probably going to die out.
Shut up and listen to the chief.
EMP gets nailed by artillery. Amazed that this guy is still alive.
At your command, sir.
And the M16A2 is too much for the Soviets.
Enemy at 3 o'clock high. Another one.
So I brought
bites
in
the
a
dust.
second supply truck to help these guys here. We're starting to take fire from the mortars again. One directly hits us, takes out most of that squad. And they get wiped. Get another air rifles team here who's almost full health. And looks like we should be able to take these guys out. Our Sheridan team's up very close. Unfortunately, the RPG-7 VL knocks him out. That was a mistake on my part. But the team ends up taking command of the center sector, stopping the
Enemy
bleed,
at 3 o'clock high.
pushing the remaining time back to 33 minutes.
We've got them.
Not sure. Oh, okay, that's not my
Well done,
artillery. That was
guys.
another player's artillery. So over time, I had brought in
At your orders,
all of my
Captain.
105s here. And just to let you guys know, I am using the default 82nd Airborne from UGen. I did leave these guys to help guard our right flank. As I was seeing vehicles come through here in the game. MiG-27 coming in towards us. I think. Let's take a look at him up close. Swept wing fighters are very cool. Got a BTR-60 PB that's made it through the woods, firing his KPVT 14.5 at our Avengers. Probably going to knock him out. He does before the Apache gets in range to spot him. Apache's here now spotting. What I think is funny is that the ground vehicle is able to spot, but the Apache couldn't. And I'm not sure. This isn't a longbow, is it? Alright, so our right flank is spotting the
Enemy at 3 o'clock high.
mobile mortars again. Can we take one out here? No, we scare two. But the missiles both missed. That's a bummer. You would think that we'd get at least one here. He's probably going to walk out of range as soon as... Let's see. Yeah, so
Enemy at
they
3
lost
o'clock
track.
high.
Our Humvee is up here spotting for us.
listening. I'm hit.
Boy, they're not very accurate, huh? It's completely missed that UAZ. We got Concours vehicles heading our way.
Enemy
Can they
at
actually
3
take
o'clock
something out?
high.
Now we're out in the open. So I'm going to back them off. And once I saw these guys, I started backing off the Humvee, but they managed to hit us before we were able to get back into cover here.
Enemy at 3 o'clock high. We've got them.
So another enemy vehicle goes down. BMP-1 firing his missile at, what's he shooting at? I guess this
Enemy at 3
P4.
o'clock high. Ammo depleted.
I've got tows that have been moving up to the front line as well. We're dealing with attack helicopters again. Our little bird gets nailed. I have a Stinger up here.
Ryan, get down.
So enemy not very happy with us trying to take out his mortar teams. And they respond with a lot of fire. Mi-24P here, spying the Sheridan. Stinger unable to see him. Another Sheridan goes down to a ground fire guided missile. And our Sheridan does as well. So this flank is open. We got one back here, but I would just call this open. There's an aero rifles team here to cover the road. We've managed to move a platoon of infantry up near the enemy's zone of control here. So, if the rest of the team can maintain their sectors, I feel like here on the left, we've got a very good chance of taking this other sector. And this is... looks like there's two other players over here. Enemy finally trying to counter my 105s. They do manage to take one down.
Enemy spotted.
So much enemy infantry on this
We're
road.
done. Successful again.
I think it would have been... It just doesn't seem like we're making an attempt for this sector, so personally,
Damn, that was close.
if this whole game is about sector control, maybe just set up defenses on the other side of the hill and then use all of these units to help push towards the sector. Because he's going to have to march out in the open. So
I hear you loud and clear.
they've captured the far right sector now, and I've been trying to move my Sheridans forward. See if we can do something here, because the team was moving in. We got airborne in there.
Can't take it anymore.
This T-80, though, is guarding the position. My airborne teams up here are getting fired on. What I really need is... I need to move this tow team forward.
Brian, get down.
So Sheridan's getting spotted here. Unfortunately, he gets nailed. We do have infantry into the village area over here, though. Unfortunately, with that MI8 firing rockets, it just got us too suppressed, and these T-80s are very difficult to take out. Less than a minute to go here. I brought in another A-10 to try and take out the T-80. We do manage to take out the T-80, but a MiG-29 swoops in and takes out another ground attack aircraft. And so unless we can recap this zone over here, this match is over. Based on what I'm seeing here, I don't believe that's going to happen. So, plenty of enemy helicopters over here. And I think people are just trying to use up points at the very end. So, we are defeated. So, it does 33 minutes, 41 seconds. Let's see what I did here. It looks like on our team, I had a KD ratio of 1-to-1. How about that? Didn't give me any conquest for moving my leader into that zone. But apparently I was second most kills in our team. Their team did significantly better overall against us in terms of kills and losses. Humvee Tow takes out a few units. Airborne scouts, phenomenal job. Look at that. These scouts did well too. 105 took a concourse team. This airborne team did well. Tow did alright, so kind of whatever. Let's say T-80s were tough. They took out a few units here. Counter battery took out one. Concourse took out a few. K-50, which we saw, and then Concourse. Boy, this guy was... I don't think we saw him. He took out a lot. So, kind of curious to know experience-wise. Oh, it won't let me click on it. Well, I guess that's it then. I'm not sure what percentage I did on the team here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.